And with that bell, we're underway with this matchup. I'm Tony Schiavone, joined as always by one of the most respected commentators in pro wrestling, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
We should see some good matches tonight, Tony. The best of WCW and the best of the NWO are all here in full force.
Just listen to this capacity crowd.
You know, if you ask the average wrestling fan who they would like to see fight, they would point to these two. That's because they can't spell.
Not sure about that one. Enough talking. It's time for some action. When this guy comes down to the ring, you can be sure of one thing, that he's going to cause some serious damage.
You can look elsewhere, under the bed or out back, but you're not going to find any athletes better than we have here at WCW.
It's great to have you all here as the spotlight is focused squarely on tonight's show.
You can forget the rule book. These two guys are going to give us a real good fight.
Enough said, let's wrestle. Folks, as you can tell by the reaction here tonight, this man's a fan favorite in this town.
This guy's a wrestling machine, and he is programmed to beat people up, a lot like me in my wrestling days.
Would you stop it? The atmosphere is absolutely electric.
What's wrong with these deadbeats? Didn't they get their unemployment check?
Bobby the Brain Heenan, I know you've got some thoughts on tonight's show.
What I like about these two guys, Tony, is that once the bell sounds, anything can happen. This will be a slugfest, pure and simple.
This capacity crowd roars its approval as we start the next match. I'm Tony Schiavone, and with me in the booth is Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I could tell you about all the great action that the fans will see tonight, but why bother? Let the humanoids find out for themselves, Brain Dead.
Would you stop it?
You can be certain of one thing, Tony. Here in WCW, anything goes. The rule book is going out the window.
With that said, let's get underway with the show. Just look at the crowd. They sure came out in numbers tonight.
These people have come to see the very best in wrestling. The only thing that could draw a crowd like this is me. And maybe the stars of WCW.
Brain, why don't you enlighten us a bit on this wrestler?
Look at that! What is this guy wearing? I've seen my cat cough up things on the carpet that look better than that.
I don't even know why I asked you, Brain.
You know, one good thing you can say, Tony, is I'm glad I'm here, and so are the people, because they'd be more out of control if they didn't see the Brain. When I won a match, I always hoped that my opponent would cry. That always made me feel real good about what I had done. Real proud of myself.
Just stop it.
And you know, there's nothing like the look on your opponent's face after he's lost the match. That's the best thing in the world, to see them pout and cry.
Enough talk. Let's get to the wrestling action. WCW is brought to you by Gamma Airways, the world's first self-serve airline. We provide the plane and you do the rest. Gamma Airways, your super value airline. pilot not included. Just the appearance of this man has created a buzz among the capacity crowd here tonight.
You know, these fans don't know how to add, Tony, but they do know where to go in order to see the best wrestling, and that is WCW.
And you can tell by the reaction of these great fans that he is, in fact, one of the most popular wrestlers in WCW. Witnessing two people make a high-stakes gamble right before our eyes. These two are gambling with their very careers.
These two guys will not disappoint us. They'll give everything, and then some.
Bobby the Brain, this is shaping up to be one of the greatest nights in professional wrestling. Look at the pain on this man's face. He's going to go out from this move.
You should be wearing a mask with that ugly kisser.
We're witnessing a fight to end all fights. This is a war, pure and simple. They say that all's fair in love and war, but in this match, there's certainly no love between these two.
It doesn't matter how you make it happen. You can't help but feel happy when your name echoes over the loudspeaker as the winner.
Enough said. Let's wrestle. Wow, listen to that crowd. They really don't like him in this town.
Wow, the fans.
The fans here have been cheering ecstatically since the doors opened. They're in for one heck of a night. Welcome to WCW, folks. This is Tony Schiavone in the broadcast booth along with my colleague, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
We're in for some weird stuff tonight, Tony. It would be worse if Orkin was around, but then again, we don't have to get dusted for Prince.
Oh, would you stop it?
Tony, save some air for the fans. Let's just get the action started.
Okay, folks, enough talking. Let's get on with the show. Folks, as you can tell by the reaction here tonight, this man's a fan favorite in this town.
You know, I'm not a real big fan of either of these ham and eggers, but once the bell sounds, they are professionals, and they'll give it their all tonight.
Looks like they're sizing each other up.
1, 2.
This man is the epitome of intensity.
This guy is nothing but pure talent. I've seen his matches. He impresses me.
That about says it all. Let's get on with the action.
These two are going to go non-stop until one guy collapses or does what I would do, run for shelter.
I'd have to say, for the crowd response, they really don't like this guy.
I can't hear anything over this crowd. Hello? In fact, I've heard quieter riots in this crowd. Hello?
The focus of the entire wrestling world is here tonight.
This match won't be pretty, but it should be action-packed.
Just look at the crowd. They sure came out in numbers tonight. This man is a great example of the tremendous talent that WCW features each and every night.
These people have come to see the very best in wrestling. If I were in this match, I'd go after the knee. A man is really small when he's potentially laying flat on his back.
Enough talk. Let's get to the wrestling action.
Tony, you and I better stand back, because these two guys will go through a brick wall. They'll do anything to win a match.
This has got to be one of the more despicable men in WCW. Just his presence causes the crowd to go into a frenzy.
If his opponent wants to turn things around, he'd better go south of the border. If you know what I mean, amigo. I knew that these two jokers didn't really care for each other, but I had no idea with this man.
These wrestlers are laying it all on the line tonight.
The key to victory, I found out, is not letting the referee see the foreign object you're planning to use. That's why they call me the Brain.
You're spineless, Brain.